let's just see if this front wheel holds any air. See what it looks like under the hood here. All right, looks like a Vortec in here. Pretty standard 90s stuff. Battery's gonna be junk. Interesting. No gas in it after this long. All right, then I'm gonna locked up. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna run to Napa and just for schnites and giggles, see about.
Holy shit!
Yeah. You don't have any starting fluid by chance, do you? No. Okay.
I started last year, and I thought, if only I had a can of starting fluid, it might
pop
off.
I think I'm gonna run to the parts store and just get a can just for shits and giggles and see what happens.
Yeah,
but
she wouldn't chug at all. It wasn't. I didn't know if it was getting gas or if the gas is the gas is 6 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure it's either garbage or evaporated by now. But just for shits and giggles, it'd be cool to see if it pops at all.
It ran. I mean, when it did, it ran good. This thing's just been sitting. I mean, the cab, the fenders are kind of starting to get rusty. But
yeah, I mean,
what are you gonna do with it?
I want to get all the levers freed up and try to get it at least operational.
It worked. I think some shit started to kind of not work as good, but I know one of my guys used it like 7 years ago, and then it's sat here ever since.
So if I can get it operational, then I can just flip it quick for a couple grand or whatever. Because it's not pretty, it's never gonna go on the road, it's like a commercial vehicle. But you know, somebody hauling their own junk cars.
I thought it would work great just for moving shit around here.
Yeah.
You know, like this thing. I gotta get this thing inside. Are you gonna be getting anything else? I don't have room for now. I gotta just at least get it in the door.
You want me to move in the door? I can move in the door.
I don't have room in there right now because I just need to get into the door, and then I can get a wheel dolly underneath that bump wheel and then push it around where I need to go. But, I'm not ready to bring it in right now.
All right. Well, yeah. Whenever you're ready to bring it in, I can move it in.
Yeah. Otherwise, I got this other guy.
If you had like a little yard truck, something with an auto loader, that'd be what you need.
What's that?
If you had something like a little yard truck that had an auto loader on it, then you could just zip stuff around all day, no big deal.
Awesome, but I can't. It wouldn't make any sense unless I was going to also tow cars.
Yeah.
Then it would make sense.
Alberto would not spend the money unless he's also making money with it. I just put air in the tire, but now I'm gonna see if this red truck will lift it from the back end and how it feels. Otherwise, you know, I can always send a flatbed for it. So we just got to see what the options are. What's going on over there? It's a possibility. What are you trying to do with them? Oh, you're just done with it? As is. Okay. I mean, fine with me. I don't care. Well, seems to be a bit much for the weight on this thing. Doesn't want to lift it. So for this, I might it's too much for it. I might have to I was gonna go run and grab some starting fluid and just see if I could just get it going, because it should run. It's gas. It's just been sitting for 6 years untouched, so throw some gas in it, a little starting fluid. It might pop off, it might not. We'll see. But I ended up borrowing a couple of 2.5 gallon cans from the shop to run down to the gas station with. But I mean, more gas is better. It's going into a 95 tow truck that I'm buying. I'm gonna try to just see if it'll, you know, start and get it running. Hopefully the fuel pump's not bad or anything. Let's see if it even pops.
Cracks filled right back in when he filled it up.
Yeah.
Just tell Bert where you want it. He'll hop in this fucker. He don't care. He'll fucking drive it anyway.
Oh, I know.
He'll fucking drive a car with 3 fucking wheels. I think he did leave here one time. A car with a right front flat tire just went.
I believe it.
That's more than it did before.
So I don't know if the fuel pump's bad or anything, but it's at least trying to pop off. That gas doesn't want to go in there very nicely. So slow process. Still, that one's about empty.
She's gonna go. Well, at least from the starting.
Spray a little more.
Yeah, I don't think she's getting the fuel.
Nope. I don't know if I hear the fuel pump under there or not.
I hear something making some noise.
You want to turn the key on and see if I hear anything? Oh, it looks like we're leaking fuel.
Oh, nice.
So we probably got a fuel leak. Probably busted a fuel line from the rust. It might run if it was holding pressure.
Yeah, if it was getting fuel, it'd go. Because anytime I gave it a little extra shot, and then it would start cooking. As soon as it burned that shit up, it's done.
Oh, so sad. So sad. Yeah.
Lights work.
They doing anything? Barely. It's vintage.
I'd probably just flatbed this fucker out of here.
Yeah, I can't get a flatbed here till tomorrow though.
Or tow it.
Oh.
That doesn't matter to me.
Oh. Alright.
I'm just happy to see it go finally.
Yeah. I think the tank needs to be dropped and probably got a rusted fuel line or something.
Yeah, she's dripping pretty good. Fuck, it's gonna be a big old fucking thing of gas there now tomorrow though.
No, it'll evaporate. It'll be gone. We won't even know. No. So this bed is pretty rusted. It's more or less gone for all practical purposes. But the question was, how hard is it going to be to get these handles freed up? And I found another bed for it, which is, this is an old Nomar. It's a fork style, where these actually fold down. And then this bar would come out, go behind the wheel here. You put a strap on it, do your thing, whatever. And they're kind of cool beds. You got inside controls that'll actually lower this and extend it out, so you can just back up to something. But I found a different bed that has just the regular L arms, the boom, whatever. And since I found that, I figured, let's just see, crank on these, because half the time when you crank on these, you're gonna break the handle off. But as I'm starting to crank on these, I'm really putting some force into it. I've actually got a couple of these to start moving already. So, yeah, so I got, I think, 3 out of 5 moving, and I think I might be able to get the other 2 started, you know, with a little more effort. But 3 out of 5 moving just off cranking it by hand, that ain't too bad. A plate which has 2 bolts, so I could cut the plate or just undo the 2 bolts, whichever, you know, happens to be easier. And over here we have another big old mounting point that has 4 bolts on the frame rail side. So I'm gonna have to see how easily those come out. And then that truck here, this has a boom that is more than capable of extending out and lifting that bed off. So I think this is what I'm going to use to remove that when I pick up that other bed for it. The bed itself, though, you can see it's pretty much just, there's not a whole lot left to it. There's really nothing left to save on it, but I'm not going to throw away the whole boom and everything when I scrap the rest of the bed. Good lift, or good sling. It's got a few little scuff marks here, but overall still soft enough, flexible rubber. And the lift, everything did work when it was parked. It was just parked 6 years ago and never touched since then. And then obviously ran into a few times here and there, just sat out in the weather, whatever. And then just was left to rot, basically. Unfortunately, it was just more or less abandoned. In here is going to no longer be in here. Oh, there's a few things. Let's see if I can reach up in here and grab, looks like a tire iron of sorts. Looks like there's a couple old tire irons. An assortment of old tire irons for some reason. I don't know if I'll be able to get this door handle open. If I risk tetanus. And there's 4 tire irons in here for some reason. Not sure why that would be necessary, but this is the main wiring harness that goes up to the pylon with the reverse lights and the strobes and everything. This is going to have a much more excessive number of wires than necessary for modern stuff, because on the older stuff, every one of these components, either every individual one or every pair, had its own separate wire going to it, because it needed a lot more current to run all this incandescent stuff than the LED stuff now, which just needs basically one wire to run everything. So I can, when I modernize this stuff and I put modern light bars on, all of those wires that you see in there, I basically get it down to like 3 or 4 fully functional, depending on what I'm trying to do with it, instead of the 15, 20 that are in there. This one, I think we're just gonna lift off, cut the tabs on it because we don't need anything really from here. And then once it's off the truck, it'll be easier to get at the underside of the crane bolts and everything. But these batteries are garbage. And we need to start this truck in order to use this crane over that boom so it can be lifted off. But the batteries are garbage, so I might have to buy batteries if it takes too much effort to start. And then this one is, overall it's a decent bed, but the guy torched off the sling mounts. Why would you do that and destroy the back of that? Bent that up, just got torch happy with everything instead of taking it off nice. Cut off the whole mount over there. Why? I don't know. Torch this mount over here. If he has the torch, cut the bolt heads off. Like, what are you doing? So it's just creating more work for myself. At least he didn't cut these ones off, even though they look a little bent up. Whatever, they'll squeeze back in there with the bolts. So definitely is going to need a little bit of fabricating to get everything to sit securely, but that ain't too bad. These toolboxes are a little shallow, but you know, it's fine. We got 2 layers, so got plenty of room. These were air ride suspension, which was what that hose is for, which we don't have on this rear axle because it's going on a different truck, so we don't need that. No light bar, obviously, because, you know, why include that? And they put little steps on here for some reason, I don't know. And then at least, you know, I'm surprised he didn't actually cut the whole winch off and everything too, as long as he was at it. And then in the purchase of this tow truck, we did get some receivers, so we do have scoops. I would have preferred L-arms, but whatever, not gonna be picky. But these are the chain pockets and the sling mounts that he included with it, but they were already on the truck. They basically just got torched off, you know, ripped up the corner a little bit, and then included them anyway. Like, what is even going on? So, whatever. At least I got the sling mounts with it, so I can use the sling from there. It should be able to connect to there, so I'll have a sling with it as well. It wasn't like this when I went and looked at it yesterday, but whatever, we can fix the little stuff. Why would you torch those off, destroy the back of this bed, and then just include them anyway?
If you're gonna go torch them off,
either torch them off and keep them, or leave them on there, and I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
But whatever. So that way, when I cut this and then I lift it or move it, it doesn't want to swing into the cab, because the cab is still nice. It's not all beat up. We have nice edges and corners and paint and stuff. I don't want to just remove it and then smash it into the cab, because that'd be bad. And also you can see the motor for the hydraulic winches sticking out. We don't want to smash that into the glass or anything. So, all right, we're gonna lower this, we'll leave the pressure on it, and then we're just gonna cut all 4 corners and remove the bed. Gotta let the blade do the work.
Yeah.
Gotta scribe a line and just keep going back and forth.
Okay.
Try to shove it in too hard, it actually decreases the width of the blade and
Yeah.
wears it out so much faster.
Okay. Oh yeah. How was that? I cut it through it. That's
right.
3 of the 4.
One more and we should be able to pull it.
That was easy.
Let's undo that main harness, connect all the zip ties,
Yep.
and then it looks like we might be able to just disconnect some stuff instead of cut everything.
Yeah.
I'll grab
a
it.
snippers?
Yeah, I'll grab a little snippers.
Yeah. Whew.
We got a pop.
There we go.
All right, so we should be able to lift it up and start disconnecting stuff.
Yep.
I think all we really got is the fuel lines on there,
Okay.
or the filler neck hoses
Yeah.
that come up to here. What do we still have attached back here? Yeah, we do. Yep. This bracket back here for the wheel lift is still attached.
Oh no.
Yep. Having fun over there?
Oh yeah. In the truck.
Like a dummy, I sucked the winch line up into the boom, so I broke the cable. And now we get to pull off the old cable and put a new one on. Alright, it is started, and now let's wind it in. What do we got? 3 left? Two?
Yeah.
And we might have to pound out. Oh, there's one more over here.
Is there?
Yep, I don't know if that
That
even
one
goes to anything, but
that one wasn't going out. So being a stopper lump guy, he doesn't want to come out of there. All right, look at that.
all right, so you got that piece out, but
Yep.
still no bueno for it moving. Oh. Put that green strap back on so we're not pulling on the cylinder as much. Just we're still stuck back here. Oh. Is it attached up here? No, that's for the lift.
No, that's separate.
It's still attached back here. It's stupid. All right. Just gotta add a little backwards tension here. Yeah.
SIM card is connecting to your phone.
Oh, now you connect. Did it pop?
Yeah, it seems to be like.
Popped free. I think it popped free on this side.
Okay, now we need the other side, probably.
Yeah, I think
Well, was just getting hung up on the end of the frame cone.
Let's see. All right. Add a little. Looks like flexing the whole back there. What? Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. It's like we're so close.
Oh, there's hydraulic.
No, we don't want to spill the fluid. And we're going to spill a little bit, but... Oh, did I already rip something?
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't care. I just want this freaking thing off. It's not stuck, it's just like stuck.
I know.
There we go.
See? Just make a little foot.
Hold on. We got cables wrapped around here, which I'm not going to use for anything, but... Okay. Well. All right. It's about what we're gonna do right there. So, all right, come forward a little bit. We should be clear of that then. Yeah. All right. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. All right, there we go. All right. All right.
Wow.
Well, she's off, so
It's off.
that's that. Now we can
It's crazy.
get at the thing. I gotta unplug the main connector there
Yeah.
and then just pull forward, I guess. So, all right, hold that.
Okay.
All right, well, that was a lot more effort than I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So we were hanging up on these stupid little tabs back here because it had a little edge and it didn't want to pop back over that. But, all right. Well, we've made it this far. This plate's broken off finally.
Nice.
That's mostly garbage. And I'm guessing we're gonna have to fix some rusted fuel lines in here. These look pretty bloated and rusted. So I'll probably put a new pump and lines in here. But, all right. There it goes. All right, straighten it out and push it back. Yeah, you can push against the lift, it's fine. I'll lift it up a little bit, there you go. Good enough. Hey, says the same auto tensioner as that one.
That's nice. I like
Well.
those tensioners.
All right. Well, I think that's about all we're gonna do today.